Dear friends and allies, thank you so much for responding to our call to celebrate farmers in the Global South today and to thank them for the food that we're about to eat. Today, we renew our commitment to ending hunger in our lifetime. And it's something that we can do if we take just a moment to reflect on the causes of hunger and the possible solutions. The Alliance for Science is a willing ally and partner with you in tackling the root causes of chronic hunger. And we emphasize the application of agricultural innovations, especially biotechnologies that produce climate-resilient crops. And that, along with many other inputs, can actually improve productivity and enhance livelihoods in just one planting season. You may be thinking it's too expensive to end hunger. But estimates say that with just $9 billion a year on farm inputs, we can improve the quality of the seeds and the inputs that help farmers to produce more. With $2 billion, we can improve the storage and the transportation and actually get the foods to market quicker. With $3 billion, we can help and empower excluded communities such as farmers and cooperatives. But I guess the bigger question is, can we afford not to do it? Personally, I think that there is no way that we're going to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals with people living on empty stomachs. We have to think about what it means to go to bed every day hopelessly hungry. One of my earliest memories is the joy of going to an African market with my auntie who raised us in a large extended family of 7 children. And I remember how wonderful it felt to go and buy a cut of meat. I remember she told me, we're going to market to buy brisket, one of the cheapest cut of meats. But you can't imagine the joy of me holding that basket on the way home, knowing that it was going to be one of the few times in a year that our family was going to eat meat. Now contrast that with just 2 years later, I moved to London and I'm living with my mother, and we're now a nuclear family, just 3 of us. She takes me to the meat market in Brixton and we're buying kilos and kilos of meat and we're storing them in freezers, and we can't possibly think of finishing it in months. And that's what hunger looks like between the Global South and the Global North. And why? Because in the Global North, there's been a priority on improving agricultural inputs. There's also been an emphasis put on policy positions to ensure that everybody has access to affordable, nutritious food every day. And we can do that too in the Global South. We have the technology, we have the knowledge. And perhaps where we can start is by celebrating those that are providing the food today, the farmers themselves. Let's start a movement. Let's ask our African governments to honor farmers in their countries. Every African country should have a National Farmers' Day. Every African country should be able to point to the farmer of the year. And that farmer should feel the pride of knowing that every time anybody eats a meal, they're thanking God and they're also thanking farmers. Join us in our movement. Thank you.